This is the HANKE QBZ-191 from ZenDuoBlaster.com after I did some custom mods to it. If you watched the videos earlier when I took it apart, we got a look at the gearbox. Turns out it's a Gen 8.5 that has metal gears already, so that was a great, pleasant surprise. There was no info online about the specs, so that was a happy surprise. And I went ahead and put an M95 spring in there. Drastically improved performance of this, and then of course used an 11.1 battery. So watch the demo videos, you'll be amazed, because if you remember, it was around 210, maybe highs of 220 FPS. We're over 100 higher than that now, so that's pretty cool, right? So let's talk about, sorry, a little bug came in there, what we did here, right? Not a ton of stuff, right? Not a ton. I went ahead and I have a bunch of these around, and I know people like them. And actually, when I was searching for pictures of real QBZ-191s, I saw a version where they had this on there. So I thought, okay, I'll go ahead and we'll put the little fake launcher on there. This one does actually, shoot little gels, but it's just off a spring. It's not going to be very powerful. It's more really just for looks. I made a full rail to go on the bottom instead of just the short rail that was there. Okay, and that utilizes the holes that were already in the bottom, so there was no drilling or anything, so a non-destructive add-on. And then I do have a couple different grip options that you could use instead, that again, I was trying to use pieces and parts I had left over from other builds or from builds that just didn't turn out or whatever. So you got a couple different grips here that could go ahead and go on the rail instead of the launcher. Obviously went a little crazy with the other accessories, again, just because I have a ton of them. I thought it's fun to put all of them on there if I can. And of course, they're all removable. Also, I had this stock I had made one time. Just sometimes I find something new, I go ahead and print it, and I didn't pay close attention to the size of it. It was way too big for most blasters, I felt. But because this has that kind of extra large buffer tube, and this was a super thick entry point, I was able to basically hollow that out, carve that out a little bit, so that we could get that blaster could get that stock in there. So I went ahead with that stock, and I'm still kind of adjusting my lighting now. I did some different lighting, so many lights, but I still feel like I'm getting shadows, so I don't know what the deal is with that, so bear with me on that anyway. But so with that stock, obviously I had to do a few different mods to it. It just tightens on there. Of course, you can still use the standard stock too. So this is a recessed fake suppressor. So actually the threads are way out here. So the metal inner with the metal threads on the outer go, basically out to here. So of course you could mix that up, go with different types of suppressors, tracers. And the nice thing with this one too is you could easily go hop up and then use a special suppressor that can then hide the hop up, because you got plenty of metal barrels sticking out for that hop up on there. So overall, I was pleasantly surprised with this. Really happy with the metal gears, happy with the performance after M95, so make sure you watch the demo. Check this blaster out, the HANKE QBZ-191 from ZenDuo Blaster. Check out ZenDuo Blaster, great site. Been working with them basically since I started this channel, so they've been around a long time, 100% legit. They do have USA inventory, then they have a lot of China inventory. That stuff takes a while to get to, so you got to be patient. Questions, comments, post them below. Like, subscribe, share my channel with your friends, and participate in my YouTube contests when they're live, where you can win several $100s in custom blasters and accessories. Should have one probably coming up in June. If this publishes after that, then you might have missed it, but there'll be another one. Thanks.